Glad to be back here again. So, the plan of the day is, because the Genshin's in the middle of an event that I'm going to be playing through for the 4.3 update, they're time-gated, so I'm probably going to do most of it tomorrow, and then we'll probably finish it up on Sunday, maybe? Depends if I have time. But until then, we'll switch off. We'll do some Star Rail now, and then we'll jump into Genshin tomorrow. But for the time being, plan of action is thusly. I plan on resuming the main story here, but I want to finish this Sinners Misled Credence Falsified questline before we end up getting into that. And it's also come to my attention that I believe I have a bunch of standard warps I can do right now. Yeah, we can do a few of these as well. So we'll start off with some of these. We'll answer our text messages, and then we'll jump right back into gameplay. Lastly, before we do anything else, just a reminder, thank you for everybody who does their subscribing and following. Every little bit helps to make sure that I can keep doing this. I love sharing content, I love sharing my opinion with you all, and it warms my heart, and I always, honestly, when I put these videos on YouTube, I really love responding to comments. And I look forward to doing some more viewer content in the future, so keep an ear out for that. So if you want to know what I'm going to be doing in the future, you should look for my Discord link. You can find that in the Dan Sheets on YouTube. They're usually in the video descriptions, as well as the About page here on Twitch. Well, without further ado, let's just jump into this, because I think we probably are getting close to a 5-star here. Really curious who it'll be. And I believe, for the additional rewards, yeah, we've done 70 of these. If we don't get a Welt, we'll probably use it on Welt. If we don't get a Bronya, yeah, we might use it on Bronya at some point. Bronya and Welt are like the two characters. Himiko would be nice. I'd like a Himiko too, because I'd like to have a Pyro DPS unit. I could build Hook though. So I don't know if I need a Himiko, all things considered. I could just eventually build Hook if I need a Pyro DPS really badly. Which I might, because I'm kind of stuck at Simulated Universe 6. Anyway, let's get into it. Ripples on the Dirok C3. Must be do so many warps. Honestly, I want some more light cones too. Just to see some more variety in the light cones that I'm starting to see. Speaking of which, memories of the past. There's a light cone I haven't seen before. Oh my god, little Bronya is so adorable. Increase the wearer's break effect by 28%. That's a weird light cone for a Harmony unit. The wearer, whenever the wearer attacks, additionally regenerates 4 energy. This cannot be repeated each turn. That's kind of bad. I feel like this is just a stat stick. It's like a worse Meshing Cogs. Or it's Meshing Cogs plus a little something extra, I guess. So it's a better Meshing Cogs. Whatever. Alright, 10 more. We've been unlocking a lot of these, and I've been forgetting to spend them. I don't want to get into a point like I am in Genshin, where I have like 50 to 70 fucking of these full stock saved up and then never using them. Oh! There's some gold. Wonder if it's a light cone again. Ooh. Second Shushong. Maybe I should start building her, but I don't want another physical DPS. Well, we asked for Welt, we got Welt. That's amazing. I didn't expect to get a Welt. I entertained the possibility, did not expect it. Alright, let's just burn through these. King Chu, Ching Chu. It's pretty quiet at work today. Want to chat? Ching Chu's gone offline. Someone was behind me. You know, if you were seen, you should pay attention at work. What would happen if you were seen? I don't know. I will never be caught. Aren't I awesome? I love Ching Chu. I once had a job that was very, very boring and had a lot of downtime, sometimes 30 to 40 minutes of not doing anything. So I would either just clock out and leave if I finished all the work, but sometimes I would need the money, so I would just have to answer emails or find dumb busy work to do, like just checking inventory, do whatever it was just to make the clock run out. Folks from the Artisanship Commission say that you helped clear the ambrosial arbor coils. You're indeed as saintly as the general says you are. That's me, alright. Great. Brave and kind person like you can definitely help me. Do you remember the craftsman apprentice named Ching Jie from the artist? Kind of remember? And that's easy. I was sitting here, my master divine was assessing damages. Everything was going well, but now the situation changing is getting beyond my scope of work. A teacher and a friend. Alright. Speaking of Jingju's scope of work, isn't it to oversee the repository? Alright, I wonder if that's one of those missions that'll get lost if we progress the story. Anywho, we have delayed long enough. It's time to resume our story missions. And maybe get some strails along the way.
Just thinking
Where do I
about
even check my
work
strails?
gives me a full body migraine.
Is it in, like, key items? Because, like, we have Hertium. Somewhere. Upgrade materials, light cone, relics, other materials. Is it in here? Because I don't know where to know how much I have without checking the store that uses it. Valuables. Oh, here we go. There's the Hertium. There's the shield. We have a lot of shield. I don't even know where to go spend it. We have 40 strail. I need a lot more strail. Keep getting distracted from what I was doing.
Thinking about work gives me a full body migraine.
Ah, you're back. From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits.
I feel like this should have just been a Trailblaze mission. It feels so important, and it's also fully voiced. Got that right.
Many who undertake the far-reaching journey to the Xianzhou are weighed down by a heavy heart and exhaustion. But your steps are bold and steady, a stride worthy of a nameless. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight.
Couldn't find my water bottle for a second there.
The conclusion. Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure.
Darn, I feel like I wasted my time.
I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
Alright. Back to the seat of Divine Foresight.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years. Figured now.
It's this way, right? Yes, it's this way.
What is your purpose for entering the seat of Divine Foresight?
I have business there with... I forget her name. It's like Chixin or something? Chixin? She's like an agent or officer or something. I forget what. Oh, it's on screen. Jingzhu, that's it. Where is she? Ah, she's over here.
You're back. Anything you wanted to share?
Sanctus Medicus. That was the
Wow.
name I was trying to remember.
Even for those alchemists. That was fast.
It was Dan Shu who figured it
Dan
out.
Shu. Wait, why would the Alchemy Commission's chief alchemist be away from her post?
She's the chief alchemist? I probably already knew that and forgot.
I've heard that the chief alchemist is visually impaired. She rarely leaves the Alchemy Commission delve. She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly.
She was actually standing there a couple of streams ago. This means that she's always standing there, which means the head of the Alchemy Commission is never in the Alchemy Commission if that's her default NPC standing point.
Let me see her report. No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. Still, this is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts.
Everything's going fine. Thank you.
Please, take them. You've done so much for the Lafu, for the Xianzhou. This is the least I could do.
If this was this whole quest line, I'm actually going to be disappointed that I didn't do this at the end of last stream. Oh, hang on. Can you give us time? There's some issues with I would like your expertise. Can you drop by the Sinwood Pavilion for a spell? Sinwood Pavilion? Coming over. If she's blind, how does she read our texts? Does she have, like, text-to-speech on her phone or something? I'm just going to assume that that's what she has. Okay. Exalting Sanctum and listen to her request. Alrighty, back to Dan Shu. Don Shu.
That tree remained dead for thousands of
Thank you for coming on such short notice.
Alrighty,
My
what
stay
can I
in
help with?
Exalting Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seat of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed. I've already concocted some of the medicine in question, but there can't be any further delays. Could you assist me in ensuring it arrives on time?
No problem.
Thank you. The patient in question is a little girl. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her.
Court of Tranquility? Oh, that's the court in the center of the sanctum, right? Okay.
that
Shouldn't be
tree
too hard.
remained dead for thousands of years.
So we have basically devolved into a fetch quest. Alright. Kind of disappointing. Feel weird. Now, the questline before this, I could understand why it would be... If we continue the main Trailblaze quest, we would lose it. Because the Sanctus Medicus, I assume, are just going to all be gone at some point. I guess this questline is only available because it's slightly tied to it, which feels a little bit bad. But they were only just like hanging out in this little area here, so it's like, eh.
Is this the one Don Shu sent me to find? Does she come here to treat other sightless people?
Aw, little Miss Lady can't see ahead, can't see right, can't see left. Heads to the east, ends up west.
Man, children are so cruel.
She's stuck. She can't get down.
Who put her up there?
Hey, what you looking at, Outworlder? Mind your own business.
Is that supposed to be a child's voice? So cocky, huh?
Who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of this. I beat people up all the time.
I'm like 3 times your side, Pint.
Yeah, get lost. Stop meddling in our business.
I have business with this child. He punches you. You stand strong, unmoving.
Boss!
Hateful kid and mean kid.
Stop yelling and help me up already.
I didn't have enough time to read what that black screen said. Did he just punch us and break his hand?
They used some kind of hidden power. I saw it. You're a cheater.
That's right. If you hadn't cheated, I would have knocked your lights out.
Arrogant kid is right. That is the apt description here.
You sure about that, boss? They didn't even flinch. Ugh, shut up! Boss, let's get out of here. We shouldn't fight anyone that doesn't respect martial arts.
Is standing still and tanking your punch a martial art? I call it stalwart stone, brick wall.
I'll let you off the hook this time. Next time we fight fair and square.
Yeah!
Darn, I almost missed out on a questline where we get to beat up children.
Thank you for helping me, miss.
What would you rather fight? 10 4-year-olds? Or 10 4-year-olds or 4 10-year-olds? What do you think would be a tougher fight? I think I could take 10 4-year-olds. Then shoot. You okay?
Okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have wandered off on my own.
Those are the 2 kids that talk about the 12 parsec race.
Guys. And they always laugh at me for being blind. And they like to trip me up and steal my things.
This kid's voice actor sounds familiar. It sounds like Monica Rial, but it might not be Monica Rial.
Thank goodness
I don't think it
you
is.
were here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me off so easily.
Because I don't think Monica Rial does voice work for Honkai.
Oh, Don Shu asked you to come? Things are bad on the Lawfu recently. Don Shu must be very busy. Thank you, miss. Remember to thank her for me.
Why does she wander about alone? Well, I've delivered the medicine. I should report back to Don Shu.
It feels really weird that this is a fully voiced side quest. That I would not have probably done if the Trailblaze mission didn't tell me that it would go away. It's so weird. But boy, I wish Genshin told us if we were accidentally going to delete a fucking world quest from the game.
How was she? Did you deliver the medicine?
She's getting bullied.
She reminds me of myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark, face obstacles I couldn't predict, as well as deal with unconscious prejudices people had against me. If I was ever injured by bullies or after a fall, I'd run crying to the healers at the Alchemy Commission and ask them to heal me. I suppose that's why I followed in their footsteps, to pay a little kindness forward. Thank you for looking after the child. Could I ask you for another favor, friend?
Sure, what you need?
I want to meet the little girl. Can you lead me to her? I worry about her wandering around on her own. And I want to know what's been on her mind lately.
She's getting bullied.
Her parents passed away in the Denizens of Abundance Wars. The relatives who took her in aren't close to her. And whenever I treat her, she often confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal.
She might have wandered far.
She told me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her.
The Artisanship Commission is like a fucking war zone right now with tree roots everywhere.
Her parents used to be artisans in the commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
Qingchu wanted us to go to the Artisanship Commission to help out a teacher.
Dead for thousands of years, and it figured. Life?
I keep forgetting that we can fast travel in this game. Where are we going? All the way over there? That's fucking far. How did you wander there? There's fucking monsters everywhere. This kid is dead.
Today's.
Okay, this way.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Yes.
Feeling lucky.
Okay. Let's just get the fish to explode.
Come on. That's a set. Time for the payout. Look at the draw.
Forgot to do this.
Please. Looks like.
Last thing I was doing before stream was putting some stuff into Silver Wolf. That was easy. Alrighty.
It's all right. Everything's okay now, Xiaoyu.
Thank you, big sister. Thank you, Danshu.
You know, I didn't notice it till just now, but I never noticed that the back of the Trailblazer's outfit has these weird tassel things just hanging there.
You don't need to be scared anymore. She is here.
When I think about all the trouble I've caused you two, I feel like such a burden. I'm sorry.
It makes me curious, when they're long-lived species, and they live for like hundreds of years, it's like, how do you age, and how quickly do you age?
Maybe you should start getting used to this feeling. Because in the next few centuries, Visually impaired people like us will continue to require help from everyone we meet. So, if a little bit of guilt like this is enough to break your heart, then how will you manage such an arduous path?
Is this supposed to be comforting?
I'm not trying to console her. This is the reality.
This is dark.
Walking alone in the darkness, fearing every incoming, invisible obstacle, unable to understand other people's descriptions. Everyone, everything is like a hot coal in the dark. Invisible, yet still able to burn you. As a long-life species, she can expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She must learn to depend upon herself rather than just foolishly waiting around for the next hero to swoop in and save her.
Oh no. Oh boy. This is getting a lot more dark. You're gonna turn out to be another one of those weird Sanctus Medicus cultists, aren't you? There'll always be someone willing to help her.
One hopes that would be the case. But that would require someone to be by her side every waking second of every day. In the meantime, she'll have to learn to withstand the darkness. Just as I have.
Man, you are surprisingly less of a positive person than I got from you from our first impression.
Hey, you're right, Danshu. From now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
There's a chest over there. The most open chest.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to Exalting Sanctum.
To be fair, that is true. You did need to learn to not wander around. Wandering bad if you can't see. No. No, don't teleport me. There was a chest!
Thank you again.
I'll go back and get it later.
For all you've done. It would seem we incomplete ones are often bullied from a tender age. I endured numerous hardships to become Chief Alchemist. Yet, there are still things that leave me feeling helpless.
Is that an instrument or like... Yeah, I think that's an instrument on the table there.
That's the reason I said what I said.
Or is it just a bunch of scrolls?
You might mistake my words for being hurtful. But the truth is, no amount of words can prepare her for what lies ahead.
I kind of doubt that. I'm sure there's enough words, especially if you can live to be 1,000. That's 1,000 years of words. Have they have technology to help with such impairments?
For long-life species, these things are permanent. Whether we are beautiful or ugly, tall or short, wise or foolish, all of it is encoded into our flesh from the moment we are born.
Is there not like an eye transfer surgery, like a donor list of some kind? Are there how many ways are there to cure blindness? I don't know a lot about this. I know you can replace corneas, and there's some people that have that kind of blindness, then that can be cured. But I know there are forms of blindness that might not be able to be cured. So I feel like this might be a case-by-case basis thing.
The impairments of short-life species can be corrected with ingenia or surgery. But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives.
You can't have surgery?
No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually return to their original states.
Ah!
I too was once a non-believer. I fooled myself into acquiring artificial eye implants. Soon thereafter, my sightless eyes began to regenerate, and I was left in pain and despair.
That sounds horrifying. Oh, God. Imagine having a fake eye and then your real eye just grows back underneath. Oh, that's gotta sound painful. Oh, I don't even want to imagine it. I want to stop imagining it. It hurts my head.
That brief window of sight that I regained has turned into a perpetual source of anguish,
Oh boy.
forever etched into my mind.
Okay. Alright. Let's turn up my mic just a little bit.
For long-life species, this incompleteness is a permanent, unavoidable tenance. What a joke. Even the denizens of abundance, so-called abominations, needn't endure such torture. Perhaps we incomplete ones are merely traitors, cursed by the plague's author.
What do you mean?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. Thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I think my aspirations in exalting Sanctum have been met. For now. Oh. I have a gift for you. Though I'll need a little time to prepare it. I'll contact you once it's ready to collect. See you soon, friend.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
I keep forgetting I can't glide. This isn't Genshin. I actually have to walk everywhere.
I don't believe
Need your
in
extractor
ghosts.
cleaned or your star skip service?
No. Wrong way. Oh, God. Where are the stairs? There are the stairs. Navigation. I'm bad at navigation. Don't trust me to be a navigator. I can't find my way without a compass. At least I know how to read a map. I never get lost. This is the bookstore. Oh, let's just go through a bunch of these texts real quick. 5,000 shield transfer to me as soon as... Who has that much shield? You saw me. I only had like 240 of it. Call your dad. I want to like Hook. I really do. But Hook is just one of those kids that's kind of annoying. I think Hook's friends are honestly better than Hook is. I did the Fired quest line. Renewed the contract with May. Oh, that's nice. Not perfect employer either. Showed my family sincerity. They can never be bought with money. Thank you again for the best. Same to you. Hi. Local legend. Heard you're gone to Zhanshu Lofu. Express there I can carry out a Trailblaze mission, but there's a question about Zanshu I'd like to ask. Have you heard of the local legend of Zanshu, the Foxy and Beauty online chat? No idea. The what now? You haven't heard of it? Looks suspicious. Story starts from a certain staff member. Researcher is a Foxy and Beauty. This is too confusing. Let's meet in person and talk. When you have time, come back to the space station and have a chat face to face. I only care about the Foxy and Beauty. I'll come over when I have time. From Zanshu with love. Okay, and then... Minor issues in the low food recently. Is hoping... Alright. I could have sworn we've already done this text chain. Master Diviner drew up a list of the Skyfaring Commission. Holy crap, that's a lot of information. Credence checked everything. Records can't find anyone. How do I fit in here? What do you want me to do? It's part of the International Peace Corporation's IPC, yada yada yada. Takes time and effort to send a formal request to the IPC to check. General advised. A Night Stranger. That's a new companion mission. And then the President of the Hexanexus. Pose this question as evil, begin to learn to move the... Earn innumerable masterpieces of artisanship, Hexanexus. Utmost respect the Hex Club. Where did you get this contact info? What's important is that we have found you. We notice you've engaged with our Hexanexus devices multiple times and taken treasures from chests. That's it. This is our treasure chest. That is our treasure chest. Did it have your name on it? Have you any proof? The Hexanexus puzzles we will present you with a lifetime member to the Secret Society. Is the chest still up for grabs? Those are the cube things, right? The cube puzzles? It's part of our publicity, but warning, if you want... you'll have to re-person double. Hexanexus forever. Is this just spam? That's just spam. The fuck was that about? Okay, let's get back to this Danshu questline. This is a bookstore if you want to read. Yeah, I don't care. Universe Starskiff Record, Foxian Explorer, Otherworldly Delights. I'm a relative of the owner. He likes listening to other people's conversations. Cool. You may have seen him over in Starskiff Haven to storytelling Mr. Shion. I may have met him in Starskiff Haven. It's getting attention. You'd be surprised if you've seen him. Pay a little more attention to the bookstore business. Oh, well, you got any books? That's the guy that runs the... No, that's not. I'm thinking of someone else. Read some books to pass the time.
Oh, go right ahead. Mr. C.N. said that making bookworms feel at home is more important than getting them to buy something. All we ask is that you find a quiet spot away from the browsing areas.
Alrighty. Now we get text. Prepare to President, which I mentioned, and come over to the Cinema Pavilion and trust you with it in person. Sure. Man, you're given the option to be a dick a lot in these text messages. Do not worry, I'll be waiting your presence.
Oh, looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Oh, maybe buy a book next time?
Sure. Maybe I will. I bought all of the books in the store when I was on Yarlow 6. Just to have them. I think it's really weird that random NPC had voice dialogue for this tiny offshoot quest, but most quests don't.
Tree remained dead for thousands.
There you are, friend.
Okay, I can get a closer look at what this thing on the table is. It is an instrument. Okay.
You've been running so many errands lately. I'd like for you to take some useful items away with you. Examining the exhibits in the Seat of Divine Foresight inspired me to create this. I referenced some historical texts and concocted a medicine that can extend your lifespan and improve your health. I call it the Broomdew Concentrate Pellet, and I'd like you to have it. Consuming it will make your body light, agile, and promote longevity and well-being. As a nameless, it'll make your journey a much less arduous one. Well then, that's that. I've still got some other business to attend to, so shall we say goodbye for now? Perhaps the next time we meet, I'll be able to see you, in the true sense of the word.
You're being really ominous again. swallow it down. Why not?
Tastes a bit strange. Wait a minute. Ugh.
Hooray!
My head. What's happening? Something's wrong. I'm burning up. Feels like I can't breathe. Seems to be calming down a little, but still uncomfortable. This doesn't seem right. I'd better talk to Qingzhu at the Seat of Divine Foresight.
That tree remained dead for thousands of years.
Hey,
I didn't want to trust the pill, but I felt like the funny meme answer was to eat it without thinking. I gotta go back to the Seat of Divine Foresight again.
I don't believe in
Tracks are
ghosts.
clean.
Everybody's talking. I keep forgetting where the stairs are. Oh, so many stairs.
would you like me to relay your message?
All right.
There goes my head again. Is Don Shu sure this broom dew is safe for consumption? What's happening? Isn't this the Seat of Divine Foresight? Why are there so many Mara struck here? No, I can't let them get near me.
Okay, wasn't expecting a fight here. We're probably beating people up, aren't we? We're hallucinating. I'm sure of it.
Merciful Medicus.
When the odds are against you,
Cut your gotcha!
come on.
That's a set!
Time for the payout. Huh. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
My team is not exactly built for this.
This combat needs optimizing.
Let's lower your
At this
defense.
speed, too slow. Here comes the medicine. Good as new.
This shouldn't be too hard. Let's just throw that. Let's try, come on.
Time for a buzz.
Quantum, please. Fireworks?
Lance
And now we
ablaze!
can give everyone a shield.
Flaming lance! Forward!
Having some of the Eidolons for the MC is really nice. Just having to have them top off their own health just makes them so much more survivable. They feel like a weird combination of a destruction unit and a preservation unit, and I feel like that's kind of the point.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
How insignificant!
Stay calm.
Better late than never.
Are they dead? That's annoying.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
And they all have fire weakness things. I should
Naughty
work on
children,
getting
don't
the
listen.
traces done on Silver Wolf, because the next trace they get makes it so that that weakness thing that they add to people will last an extra turn.
All better now?
Nice teamwork.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
I think it's funny that it goes up to 333, and then it just boosts up to 999. So little damage in so much time.
That's a set.
And then there was one.
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Not what I wanted. But we can make do.
Shot. Here comes the medicine. Good as new.
Merciful Medicus.
Better late than never. Fights are like gambling. You have time for the payouts.
Oh good, the ads die. Thank goodness.
What happened to you? Careful! Don't hurt her!
Ah, good, we were hallucinating.
Hey! Wake up! Are you okay? Thank the stars! You're finally awake. I thought we might lose you. I was so worried.
What happened to
You
me?
came into the seat of divine foresight and started brandishing your weapon.
The bat or the spear? I didn't mean
It
to.
looked like you'd lost control. As if you'd been stricken with Mara. There has to be something awry. Tell me what happened to you before arriving at the seat of divine foresight. From what you're saying, it seems like the gift she gave to you must be related to the disciple's prescription we examined earlier. But the healer who examined you just now said your body doesn't seem to have been affected. How strange.
Must be the Stellaron.
Could Don Shu be playing a trick on you? Or is her medicine somehow not working as planned? My advice is to come back later for another examination. It's a Disciples of Sanctus Medicus prescription after all. Who knows what healing effects it may have. I'll put out a wanted notice for Don Shu immediately. If you find any trace of her, get in touch with me. Take this deeting with you. It might just help you find this friend.
Alrighty, we have a deeding now.
I understand how you feel. I've also been fooled by someone I regarded as a good friend. It's a dreadful experience.
She went from really nice to really crazy in a short amount of time.
If we can find Don Shu, we might be able to confront her and get some answers.
Isn't she just going back to work? I personally don't think anything that the Sanctus Medicus people say is wrong. It's just their methods are a little bit on the crazy side.
Don Shu isn't here. Where could she be?
Oh, we can now grab that pamphlet that's been sitting there for like
I've got
who
it.
knows how long.
Don Shu's medicine box has her scent on it. I'll ask the deeding that Qingzu lent me to track her.
Or not. I guess I won't be able to grab it because we're just going to get teleported somewhere.
Time to come out, little deeding. I need you to help me find Don Shu.
Ah, going this way. Of course she would avoid the enemies. Oh, hang on. Let's get past the cube cult really quick. I don't think they could have made that any easier.
We're in the money.
Oh, there she is.
That's Don Shu. With a group of disciples. I guess that tells me all I need to know.
Master, stand back. Let me handle this.
Stand down. She's a friend.
Many of our brethren have fallen by her hands.
Yes, I am aware.
But
I said she's my friend. Leave us.
yes, Master.
Alright. I hope we can resolve this with words.
I didn't expect you to come looking for me.
I call you Master.
So they do. I am Master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, Scion of Merciful Medicus, and I shall lead the entire Xianzhou Alliance onto the path of abundance.
But why? The abundance can't help you.
Did you ingest the Broomdew concentrate pellet I gave you?
Yes. I did.
Did you feel the shift? So many elixir seekers arrive on the Xianzhou in the hope of obtaining the formula to immortality. But none have succeeded.
And why is that?
Their aspirations are well founded. The Xianzhou does indeed harbor the secret to becoming immortal. I admire you, so I thought I'd give you the chance to obtain it. Upon ingesting the Broomdew concentrate pellet, you will feel the limitless freedom of the form bestowed upon you by Merciful Medicus.
Cool, I don't think it worked though.
And yet, you don't sound any different. Your breaths are not prolonged, and your presence doesn't feel like it's been altered in any way. Why is that? Is your constitution somehow different from the average person?
I don't know if we're even human, to be honest. I host a Stellaron inside me.
A Stellaron? That's impossible. Even if what you say is true, to host a Stellaron as a short-life species would only spell an early demise. It looks like you are not fated to live a long life.
You know what? Now that you mention it, yeah, we're probably only going to live to be maybe about 4 or 5 years older than we are currently.
Friend, please. I urge you to leave the Luofu. Abandon this struggle. The truth isn't what it appears to be. What did the minions at the seat of Divine Foresight tell you about this conflict? That the Rainbow Arbiter is the emissary of the righteous? That the Arbiter is chasing the heathen plagues author across the stars, while the disciples of Sanctus Medicus abet their heresy?
That's pretty much the story we've been told. I don't buy into the whole thing, though.
Do you really think
I don't buy
that
into
is the
any
case?
religious dogma, to be honest. I'm agnostic.
You don't understand Merciful Medicus, nor the devilish archer author, but you understand me. Do you see me as such? A heretic? I do not ask for you to pick a side. I just wish for you to leave the Luofu, to leave this all behind. This isn't your fight, and I do not wish to make an enemy of you.
Yeah, we're not supposed to take a side in a civil war, but in Yarlo 6 we kinda did. Ooh, cutscene.
Since neither of us is
Or not.
eager to engage in combat, let us respectfully part ways. I have been thinking. The devilish archer author is not a benevolent god, nor is Merciful Medicus a malevolent one. Your choice to align with Jing Yuan was simply due to meeting him first.
Pretty much.
Most unfortunate. Had you known me first, perhaps we could have been good friends.
That's kind of how these things usually work. It is really sad that I personally don't think that either side is the bad guy.
Master, we should leave now.
I sincerely wish that this will be our last meeting.
I have a feeling this is probably the main reason why this questline is going to be disappeared soon.
Farewell, Nameless.
I'd better report my findings to Qingzhou at the seat of Divine Foresight.
Although it does give us some more context for the... Ooh, hang on. Donshu's Diary Part 2. Part 1 must have been what was on the table. Please hear me, Rainbow Arbiter. Yufei is enlisted in the war. It's the third great war between the Alliance and the Denizens of Abundance. Many people I know went to the war. Alliance is the best healer, and I happen to be the best healer. This can't be helped. Yufei told my hand, grabbed Yufei's reply, no one was worried about me. Oh boy, mind to go only bigger. Yufei laughed helplessly. I can't live without you either, trust me. Please bring her back safely. Someone became Mars-struck in the urban area of the Exalted Sanctum and caused quite a bit of destruction. We have been assigned by the judges of the Ten Lords Commission to conduct an autopsy on his corpse. The results of the autopsy were very interesting to me. I'm going to record it here for future reference. The deceased was an incomplete one. He was born without limbs and a congenital heart condition. However, the autopsy indicated all his disabilities seemed to have completely disappeared after becoming struck with Mara. Ah, so being Mara-struck can cure. His limbs became stronger, the yellow stone calf, and his heart was steady in the Starkift's engine. In fact, I have to admit them in deliberately ignoring one of the particular cure of the incomplete ones, specifically to accept the Plague Author's power. After all, no one had heard about there being incomplete ones among the Borson. Perhaps there indeed exists a way to harmlessly utilize the Plague Author's power. Of course, this is only a fleeting fantasy. Doing such experiments would be a crime worthy of death. Just in case the words of my future judge of the Ten Lords Commission may investigate this diary, the above content is all my family fantasies. I have no plans of executing them. Yufei and I wrote many letters. Rainbow Arbiter, please keep her safe. The war is over. We won. Yufei is dead. Can't understand how she could die in a field and hospital away from the fighting. Kept asking like I was mad. The Cloud Knights finally told me the truth. Rainbow Arbiter has descended onto the physical plane and annihilated all the Borson's fleet using the Divine Arrow. At the same time, the Divine Miracle wrought the collateral damage, such as a field hospital. Wow! Fuck you, Lon! She did not die at the hands of the Denizens of Abundance. Instead, she was ground to dust by the Rainbow Arbiter's Divine Arrow, with not even a single bone of her left behind. Why? I wish all that you hope to destroy are resurrected. I wish all that you hope to preserve are annihilated. I wish all lives in the land thrive, contrary to your desires. I wish all stars in the sky have become dim because of your existence. I wish the cosmos to be full of life, not death. I wish the Alliance Day will exist forever, but not in the way you desired. Yep, I can totally see where they're coming from. Leave it to me to sympathize with the villain, right? I don't think they're a villain is the problem.
Today's work.
Back to Exalting Sanctum.
Janiz.
A lot of teleporting back and forth. We've been here for an hour, and this questline is I felt like was just going to be a simple fetch quest.
Gives me a full body migraine.
I think we're almost done though.
What is your purpose for entering
Maybe we'll go
the
for
seed
3
of
hours
divine
today.
Foresight?
Back to Jingson. She's on this side of the room now, looking at these blades.
How did it go? Did you manage to locate Donshu?
I let her go.
So you weren't able to apprehend her. I see. These people have been in hiding for so long. They must have a more nefarious plan. I've got to apprehend them quickly. Once again, thank you for all your help. With your intel, we will put a stop to Donshu.
I don't know.
Jing Yuan tells me you'll be joining the forces led by the Alchemy Commission and Master Diviner. I won't take up any more of your time. Please, take good care of yourself. If you run into Donshu again, contact the nearest Cloud Knights.
So the best time to have done this mission would have been like immediately after, instead of going straight to the Artisan Commission, it would have been to do this quest line.
Take this as a token of my appreciation. You deserve it.
A lot of money. Draconic Opulence. Alrighty, we finished that quest line. Which means now all that's left is the main quest line. And I said before we continue it, we go back and talk to Tingyun one more time because I think she has more dialogue. I want to do fucking Dan Hung's side of the story. That's what I want to do right now. Because I'm really curious what's going on with him, Lucha, and Shusheng.
Master Diviner, you're back.
Oh, it automatically proceeds this if I've completed that side quest. I don't even have to talk to March.
I have kept you waiting, but the deceit of the disciples is laid bare to me now.
Why didn't you tell us about the disciples of Saint Melikasrin? Please tell us the whole truth this time.
Apologies. To avoid dissemination of intelligence, the General and I kept the involvement of the disciples to ourselves. It is a clandestine organization that seeks to overthrow the Alliance. Before the Stellaron disaster, the disciples have remained veiled in shadow for years. Their emergence reflects their intricate connection to this calamity.
And we actually got to meet their leader during that questline, which is nice. So we get to see both sides.
The conflict is difficult, Master Diviner, but you have led your forces from the front lines and beyond in pursuit of the enemy. Admirable work.
Hardly. A diviner must acquire first-hand knowledge in order to calculate the future. Collecting intelligence in this way assists me in achieving the right answer. Wait, what's all this about a difficult conflict? The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been scheming for a long time, but our army is in no way inferior. How can things be so difficult?
Perseverance, effort. Is this a segue into us joining the fray?
Sharp as always.
I knew we'd spent too long around the Master Diviner. Now we're predicting the future. Let me guess. What are we up to this time? Could it be heading to the front lines? Leading the Cloud Knight charge?
Don't look at him.
We'll try this on for size. Nope. I can't stand any more of this fighting. So there.
Why are you smiling back there, King Yun?
Who said you'd be heading to the battlefield?
Nobody yet.
We're not?
Jing Yuan's orders. He said that the value of unexpected guests lies in the unexpected. The Cloud Knight's assault was to demonstrate our power to the enemy head-on. Now it is time for the unexpected. Please, come with me.
What are we doing then? Alright. I guess we're just going.
After receiving the Ambrosial Arbor, the Alchemy Commission was once the Luofu's most vital commission. After all, it was they who changed the Xianzhou natives into long-life species. But in the end, the alchemists grew discontented and began to obsess over the manipulation of life. Research into the Arbor poisoned their minds. The more they pursued it, the more they longed for it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk slow, just so that we don't miss any dialogue. Ooh, there's a pot over here.
What was that?
Nothing. You heard nothing.
Yeah. Morning bells chime in a dream. Evening mist gathers around me. Do you see that?
Yes.
What huge elixir crucibles. There's still smoke coming out of them.
Have you not been here before? I thought you were our guide.
This is where the alchemists practiced the way of immortality in ancient times. They erected elixir crucibles here to absorb the power of the Arbor, turning fantasy into reality. Since the smoke from the crucibles never ceases, this place was named Eve Mist Mansion. An elegant name, but as far as the art of war is concerned, it's a death trap. As long as the crucibles are lit and the smoke continues to linger, we cannot get any closer.
This is why the Cloud Knights lost control and became Mara-struck?
Indeed. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus infuse the smoke that permeates this delve with medicinal pellets that elicit Mara. Unless the Cloud Knights were able to march with their breath held, they would be doomed to fall into disarray. Moreover, no one can know whether their comrade was about to be stricken with Mara. Is there anything better than fear for destroying the morale of an army?
The Cloud Knights' first assault was just a cover. You're using the main army to attract the enemy's attention, while we douse the elixir crucibles and stop the smoke.
And we're immune to Mara? I'm not sure if we are. Stell is.
The disciples
Probably.
of Sanctus Medicus renounced their century of secrecy and chose to reveal themselves, meaning they feel confident of victory. But no matter how well prepared they may be, their focus has always been the Cloud Knights. They are completely unaware of your existence and capacity, and in short, cannot be prepared against you.
Maybe they can. They do know us. Smoke can't affect us?
Indeed. This demonic vapor is a weapon targeted against the Cloud Knights.
It's just work stuff, not important. I can
The
ignore it.
ambrosial arbor is taboo for the Lafu, and the Xianzhou alliance has always been fiercely independent. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus could never have guessed that the general would seek outside help. They won't be prepared against short-life species.
Is this what General Jing Yuan meant by unexpected guests?
I wouldn't hazard a guess. All I can say is that the predictions of the Stellaron hunters were more accurate than mine. The future that Kafka seeks is becoming reality. One step at a time.
Still don't know what future they seek, though. I don't want to act according to their predictions. It's the only way. I'm sure there's other ways, personally.
Rather, only this way leads to the known best result. If we can afford to choose, then none would choose to leap off a cliff. Besides,
She leaped off a cliff,
this is not
though.
my decision alone. The duty of the Master Diviner is to bring luck and avoid misfortune. I don't want my choice to plunge the Lafu into a terrible future. To return to the matter at hand, only you can douse the elixir crucibles without being harmed by them. What say you?
Fine. I didn't hear a please, but seeing as we do kinda have superpowers around here, Mr. Yang, what do you think?
Should we be getting involved in this civil war?
I will come at once when the smoke dissipates. You won't be left to fend for yourselves.
I mean, we could always retreat or run away if things go south.
What? It's not too late to practice holding my breath.
You seem quite alright.
We're still far from the elixir crucibles. I'm no healer, but I do know that dosage is important in the application of poisons. Even so... Okay, I admit it. I'm terrified. I'm still young. I don't want to become Mara-struck so soon.
How young is young to immortal people? We gotta return to the home front.
Question. Jing Yuan gave me authority over the Cloud Knights. If I can't stand on the front lines, then how can I succeed him as a general? How can I win the hearts of the people?
You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and I appreciate that. Is it really that safe, though?
Do you not trust me?
I do.
If I told you I wasn't certain, would you turn back on the spot?
You don't have the slightest clue, do you?
Nonsense! I'm very certain. 100%!
Why are we so mean to her?
Though I'm sure a little reassurance wouldn't hurt. You don't know what being Mara-struck actually means, do you? The healers believe that the Mara-struck condition is related to memories. Unsurprisingly, long-life species have long lifespans, but there is a limit to the brain's capacity.
Theoretically, yes.
After centuries and millennia, a long-life species' emotional threshold becomes higher and higher. Simultaneously, their memories fade and become dull under the erosion of time, leaving behind only the most extreme and vivid recollections, which are almost guaranteed to be memories full of anguish and regret.
So this is actually a misnomer that a lot of people in the scientific community have actually broken down in real life. What happens isn't that you hit a limit on your memories, is you start to forget shit. Because when you have a capacity for memory, but if you forget stuff, what you're actually doing is you're just remembering other stuff instead. You're going to start overwriting it. And the way our brains recall memories, you don't always recall things one-to-one unless you're fucking crazy and good at that, I guess. So, it's weird.
Do you understand now? The fate
Last
of
time
all
I saw
long-life
a plotline
species
like
is
that
to
come
no
up
longer
was in
feel
a
joy
certain
and
magical
happiness,
index.
left only with hatred and
Because
regret
she has
etched
like
into
perfect
the heart.
memory, so
Under
she
such
can't forget
extreme
anything, which
conditions,
means she
a
hits like a
person's ego
capacity really
starts to
quicker,
crumble.
is like a plot line, but
And
it
that
doesn't
is the
work that
beginning
way
of
in
the
real life.
Mara-struck condition. Short-life species don't need to worry about this. Feel better?
Phew, I do. I never had memories to begin with.
No, you still don't understand. The condition isn't caused by memories, but by the emotional threshold having been... Never mind. You can regard it as a memory issue.
How large are the disciples of Saint Medicus' forces?
Only a handful of converted alchemists and healers. They can drive fantastic creatures into battle and strengthen their bodies with medicinal pellets. But they are no match for the Cloud Knights. That's why they decided to spread this demonic vapor. There is a gulf in strength between us, yet they still emerged into the open and rebelled. Something isn't right. They must be waiting for some shift in fortune.
Alright, I leave it
I
with
will
you.
come at once when the crucibles are doused.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh. I feel like even though long-life species get to live forever, they aren't so different from us short-life species when it comes to worries and suffering.
Makes sense. Oh, elevator time. I thought it was further away. That is surprisingly close.
Wait, Miss Ting-Yun! Why are you still here? You're too close to the crucible!
She's a Foxian.
Thank you for the concern, but I'm fine. The General commanded me to stay with you. I dare not go against military orders.
Your life is more important, Miss Ting-Yun. Go back. We can explain to the General.
There's really no need. I've spent my years traveling the universe. Not to mention, I'm younger and stronger than I look.
I thought you said you're like 400.
Even you benefactors have probably lived longer than me.
Oh, I guess not then. How young are you then? Like 12? Crucible gradually stops shaking and the smoke slowly pour. Alright.
Seems like the smoke is getting thinner.
Not thin enough. We need to hurry.
Turn it off! Why did you turn it on?
But I wasn't paying close enough attention. I didn't realize that this one was off. I didn't think they'd have a quote for that, though.
Who goes there?
Excuse me. We're on a stealth mission.
Was that the wind?
Was that the wind?
We did it! Can't see the smoke anymore.
my troops to the rendezvous.
Why are you here?
What was that?
So, you succeeded in dousing the elixir cauldrons. Unimportant. The inevitable is already upon us.
Don Shu. It's you.
So that's Don Shu again? Okay.
I've met you before in my capacity as Chief Alchemist, Master Diviner. You don't seem surprised.
Indeed. The General and I knew that the
So I
disciples
guess we're gonna
of Saint
kill her,
Desolate
which
must
is why
be
it told
hiding
us
in
we're
the
not gonna have
Commission.
that quest access anymore.
However, without evidence, we couldn't bring charges before the Commission.
Or she's turned into
We
this,
had
either
to
or.
wait for you to show yourselves. And now, your charges are many. Drawing Stellaron spirits into the Xianzhou, resurrecting the Ambrosial Arbor, striking down our people with Mara. The Ten Lords Commission will address these transgressions during your reckoning.
Crimes? If I am guilty, then all of our Xianzhou ancestors are also guilty. They were the ones who accepted the blessings of the abundance and turned their descendants into long-life species. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus are only walking on the road our ancestors once took. How is it a crime to seek ascendance?
Ting Yun just sitting there smiling still for some reason.
In days of old, the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor enveloped the Xianzhou Lafu like a living creature. We controlled the stellar seas, and none
I don't think they're actually behind everything, though. I think the Stellaron was done by someone
and
else.
shift form at will.
But maybe that Locha guy.
Miracles descended onto all 9 Xianzhou ships. What a glorious time that was. How far the Xianzhou has fallen. We consent to be commanded by the devilish archer. Suffer continuously at the hands of the denizens of abundance. And the Ten Lords Commission even forces us to give up our immortality. How pitiful. I do not blame you for your ignorance. We were not born in the era when the Ambrosial Arbor first descended, nor did we witness its miracles. But now, we now have an opportunity to restore the ancient laws.
Forgive me for thinking you might have harbored some profound enlightenment. Yours is the same old talk of those who seek power and give up on their humanity.
No, not really. I got to see the insight into behind her motivations. A little bit more than that.
Waste to the Arbor and establish the Ten Lords Commission to lay down the lines between life and death. In doing so, we enshrined our future as human beings. Celestials? There are no Celestials on the Xianzhou. The divine miracles of the abundance, the manipulation of life and death. Your deeds are nothing but evil.
It's more gray than that.
I have nothing to say to you, Master Diviner. You have already made your decision. You have discarded power. A most foolish choice. Master Diviner, allow me to show you what the Celestials were capable of.
Ooh, this music goes hard.
That's a set.
There was a meme I recently saw that said that Hoyo is just secretly a music company.
Time for a buzz.
Oh, that works
Lance ablaze.
nicely.
Flaming Lance?
Let's just get everybody hit.
Look at the draw.
Let's clear the ads. We'll have time to build energy for the loss.
Please. Looks like victory!
Not as fresh.
Lance up
Ow.
ready.
Okay, let's kill you first.
Here comes the medicine. Better late than never.
I'm on guard.
Alrighty.
Merciful Medicus, hear my call.
Joppa. Did what now? Prana siphoned. Decrease maximum recoverable HP by 30%. Alright. Rite of subduing prana, black prana snare all targets, boreal thorns, guiding vultures, yeah, whatever. Alright.
Oh. That's a set.
Just keep throwing jade tiles at you till you die. Which is sad. Let's debuff you.
Lance up the ready. Fracture!
We do not have the right elements for this fight.
This combat needs optimizing.
More
At
defense
this
down,
speed,
please.
Too slow.
Time for a shot. You're in bad shape.
Vines and veins! Reaper!
Lance ablaze!
Let's
Flaming
just keep
lance?
having the enhanced auto attack ready to go. Want to save some skill
Play
points
like
for
gambling.
Silver
You
Wolf.
have to choose when to strike. Stay calm. Better late than never.
Nice, got it in one.
Time for the payout.
Huh. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
I'm on guard.
Just in time. Just a little
So
something.
she's reducing our max HP.
Think nothing of it.
Might have been nice to have links instead. Can this
All
remove it?
better now? Okay. Don't need this tile. Look at the draw. Please, 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 please.
I just want to get a break.
Victory!
Ooh, that hurt.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
Indestructible.
Good as new.
Punishment of the Outer! Grasp of nature!
Look.
That
Some more
Just
effect
in
res
time.
would have
Just
been
a little
nice.
something. Think nothing of it.
Okay. Let's see.
Huh. More enemies.
Just get more debuffs on you.
This combat needs optimizing.
refresh
At
that
this
defense
speed,
down.
Too slow.
This this should be just a simple affair. Okay, let's see. This is gonna just be a long and arduous grind at this point, it feels like. I wonder if she'll put in ads.
Savor the vigor of life.
Vines and veins.
Do I even need to care about my reduced health? She's not doing enough damage to where I feel like I should be worried.
Gotcha. Better late than never.
So let's just
Time for the payout.
keep whittling down. I think we'll win in like another 2 cycles or
Can
so.
you let me have some fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Less if I can keep getting quantum there.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze.
I just want the enhanced attack.
Forward!
Enhanced attack gives us a little bit more sustain.
Time for a shot. All better now?
Nice teamwork.
Entangle. To my heart's content.
I feel like if you have a Lynx in this fight, it completely trivializes the by having that AoE cleanse.
Time to go on the offensive. To the finish.
Silver Wolf,
Good as
keep
new.
you alive, and let's actually top everyone off before our max HP gets reduced.
Just in time. Just a
Do it a little preemptively this time.
Think nothing of it.
Next attack will be Prana Snare. And you're done.
Why? She said.
Who? Who said?
The ambrosial arbor's descent will bring us undying bodies. The one who gave us the Stellaron said that.
Who gave you the Stellaron?
Vantilia,
Who?
the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have fulfilled our promise. You, Lord Ravager, must do the same. Now, quickly.
Little pawn. Must you force me to intervene directly? I'm loath to flout my philosophy of destruction.
Ah, now you're gonna go reveal all the tricks. You're still smiling. God damn, you're still smiling.
Never mind. It would seem the time has come for other means of dismantling the Xianzhou from within. What a shame. It would have been nice to observe for a little longer. You received the gift of abundance. Surely you can
withstand the blessing of destruction.
Miss Pignoon!
Benefactors, allow me to reintroduce myself.
That's not good.
I am Lord Ravager Fantilia. I have come with a single purpose. To set in motion the self-destruction of the Xianzhou.
Okay, so she was possessed like the whole thing.
Ravager of the Antimatter Legion? But how can that be?
Time for the payout. Keep calm, all of you. This is a formidable enemy. We have to stay together.
Time to go on the offensive. Indestructible.
Okay, so I was a little bit off. So Ting Yun, or whoever, not possessed by whatever that was inside the Great Furnace that the Artisan Commission said, but instead a whatever, I guess, whoever this Fantilia person is. Me, I was close. I was really close. Feels bad, though. Hey, do long-life species have a cure for neck snaps? That looks painful.
Nap time. Wait for the tiles before you start counting.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
We gotta be getting close to the end, though, right?
Look at the draw. Please, 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 please. Looks like victory!
Alright, now only the little guys are left.
Fun this time. This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Fracture!
Alright, wave 2? Oh, there's 3 waves.
Gotcha! Better late than
Got it in 2. Feels good. Man, I love RNG.
More enemies.
Nice.
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Attack reduction would be nice.
Time for a savor the vigor of life.
Now we got all of our Magma Will stacks.
Time for the payout.
Ooh, 2 hits in 1.
Time for a buzz.
I'm on guard.
Final wave.
You are fortunate that Zethro and Selenova never set their gaze upon the Cienjo.
Who? I don't know who
They
that
have no
is.
qualms about dealing out destruction by their own hand. But since that stubborn general of yours has forced me to take center stage, I'll make sure I steal the show. My apologies for leaving so soon, but I have an appointment to keep. I'm sure my friends here will be happy to entertain you.
I feel like this dialogue should have happened a little bit earlier in the fight.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Naughty children, don't listen. Nap time. Better late than never.
Alright.
Lance at the ready. Indestructible.
I want the taunt here.
This combat needs optimizing.
This will kill you, probably.
Too slow.
And then we can have this just be a one-on-one with the big boys. That's not good.
Here comes the medicine.
Nice teamwork.
Fights are like gambling. You have to choose when to strike. That's a set.
Ooh, got it in 1.
Time for the payout.
Huh. More enemies.
Let's just have you whittle them down. At worst, Silverwolf is just a debuffer.
Just in time. Just a little
Top
something.
everyone off.
Think nothing of it. You're in bad shape.
I'm on guard.
Build some CP, or skill points, not CP. I don't know why I thought they were called command points for some reason.
Stay calm.
All right.
Better late than never.
I don't know if I've heard this audio track before. Now that I think about it.
Time for a buzz.
Not a scratch. Lance ablaze.
Ah, darn, I was hoping this would break. Oh well. His shield to interrupt their double turn. The fact that you can get a shield off that is kind of busted in my opinion, because you can do it in between turns. I hope all preservation units have like that in the future. It feels weird that March is, as a preservation unit, her ult is just damage, I guess.
Nap time.
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Luck of the draw.
And these things, this is my least favorite enemy. Or, no, one of my two least favorite enemies. The guy with the weird sword that does the scorching blade thing, I don't like that either.
Time for the payout.
These things just have so much health, they don't die easily, they do a lot of damage, and they tend to go twice in a row constantly. And they constantly imprison, which is annoying.
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
They make my damage feel like it's inadequate.
Savor the vigor of it. Come on. Better late than never.
Got it in one. So we're only just...
Can you let me
We're
have some
barely
fun
doing
this
4K a
time?
turn.
Time for a buzz.
That's promising.
Time to go on the...
Nap time. Gotcha!
Ooh, they died from the entanglement. Nice.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you really saying that Miss Ting-Yun was a member of the Antimatter Legion all along? And what was that fire that came out of her? And her body? Where did it go?
Ting-Yun's body's gone?
Mr. Yang, you're smart. What happened just now?
Mr. Yang?
The flame we witnessed claimed to be Lord Ravager Fantilia, a name I've heard other Nameless speak of in the past. She's one of 7 Lord Ravagers who serve Nanook, and finds pleasure in witnessing the self-destruction of mortals. She's led countless souls down a dark and hopeless path.
Meaning that Ting-Yun had long since fallen under the Lord Ravager's influence?
I don't believe so. Fantilia revels in watching a corrupted mind eating away its host from inside out, until the obliteration of both is achieved. But there was no indication that Ting-Yun had been misguided or manipulated. It's possible that the Ting-Yun we knew wasn't her true self, but an image Fantilia devised to serve her own purposes.
That is to say, Ting-Yun... What? Ting-Yun is what?
You're saying that the real Ting-Yun is still...
I'm sorry, March. I can't say with any certainty where the real Ting-Yun may be, or at what point she was replaced by the imposter.
No, I think she was
Without
possessed.
knowing where the body vanished to, it'll be tough to get an answer. At this point, it's all just conjecture and hope. But if that body belonged to the real Ting-Yun, it does raise the question of why Fantilia would go to such lengths to destroy any evidence of her. Wouldn't it be more in line with her destructive nature to leave Ting-Yun's remains behind as a display of power?
I'm not sure.
I
It's all
believe
conjecture.
this to be Fantilia's goal. to sow seeds of doubt among us and ensnare us in a malevolent trap.
It's clear that the sudden resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus is all connected to the Lord Ravager. Pretending to be a Xianzhou citizen? Planting a Stellaron in the Luofu? All part of her plan to bring about our self-destruction. Ventilia is aiming for the Ambrosial Arbor. If she succeeds, the Luofu will be deprived of its roots, making its destruction all too easy. We must stop her.
Okay.
We need to take a star skiff to Scale Gorge Waterscape. The Ambrosial Arbor can be sealed from that delve. Let's make haste.
I bet Yukong might be able to get a better handle on Ting
That
Yun.
imposter had the audacity to carry out her nefarious plans right under our noses. How utterly despicable. What worries me more
Now I need to catch it with Locha, see what his entire
antimatter saboteurs are at large.
They worked with Ting Yun, so maybe they know. So Madame Yukong and Locha should probably know more about what's going on. About Ting Yun.
It all happened so suddenly. But looking back, I think Mr. Yang was right. Ting Yun was behaving strangely. She was fascinated with the Abundance's creations.
Since she was an Amicastor dispatched by the Skyfaring Commission, it's evident that there must indeed be a person with her name in the commission. We'll have to let the Cloud Knights get to the bottom of what happened to the real Ting Yun. As for the Ting Yun who accompanied us all that way, it's like what Mr. Yang said. Her appearance was designed to sow seeds of doubt among us. We cannot allow ourselves to fall into her trap.
Scale Gorge Waterscape. I knew there was an area with this name because apparently there's a lot of upgrade materials and ascension materials that are in an area I can't access called that.
It is a delve governed by the Vidyadhara. Supposedly an ancient oceanic region transferred from the Vidyadhara home planet. After the Ambrosial Arbor was broken in two during the war, its roots were left gnarled and broken. Yet it never died. The Alliance decided to seal the Arbor within Scale Gorge Waterscape, entrust it to the High Elders of the Vidyadhara, and rely on the power of long scions to constrain it. It has been so long. No one knows whether the seal remains. Even if it does, I doubt it will hinder that spectral Lord Ravager.
Where's Jing Yuan?
I've reported the current situation to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He made no further contact after we communicated at the Matrix of Prescience. He said he had important matters to personally attend to. The situation stands on the edge of a precipice. We must trust in the General.
Time is of the essence, let's go! And now we go back in time to Dan Heng!
This is...
The Alchemy Commission. The delve bordering the Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Huh? You're pretty familiar with this place. Yep, it's the Alchemy Commission. No wonder we were getting those military broadcasts on the way over. Something about the Cloud Knights gathering here, right? They're probably coming to fix the Stellaron problem. It's been such a long journey, but now we're finally gonna meet some Cloud Knights. I'll be back with my unit. I didn't lie to you, right? I told you I'd bring you somewhere safe, and I did.
Oh god! Oh no!
A bit of
She brought them to the front lines and she doesn't realize.
Before I arrived in Starskiff Haven, I had a diviner read my fortune for the journey ahead. He told me not to be concerned with the destination, but to seize my chances and travel with the current to reap the greatest harvest.
Meaning?
Meaning, thank you, Miss Sushang.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go report to the nearest captain.
That's gonna be Fu Xuan, right?
You guys can hang around here, but don't run off too far. There'll be Cloud Knights coming to escort you back soon.
Please don't tell me that Shushonk's gonna die off screen now, but we're gonna go back in time to now and watch it happen. I know she's probably not gonna die. I'm told that she's in the most recent event, which I'm told takes place after this, so she probably lives. But that would have been really fucking dark writing if they had done that. Cloud Knights invited us to go with them. Your homeland's got some big crucibles. Huh? Wait, I thought we went back in time. Alright, Elixir Furnace? Where are you at the alright? Message failed to send, of course.
The messages never get sent. I wonder what's happening with those three. The Cloud Knights seem to be gathering for the Stellaron disaster. But why did Kafka want us to come here? What happened to them? And what happened to Blade? I've delayed for too long. I need more information.
We're still in Topclouded Towerthrust, but we have a new mission. And I guess the other Dan Hung thing will be a side quest that we'll be able to cut to and go back later, which is annoying because it means we'll do it out of order. Really annoying, because we won't find out how we got here.
What's up? Go where? The Lafu is under lockdown. The Cloud Knights operation isn't over yet. Relax. When the fight is over, I'll personally escort you and Mr. Locha home.
You know, I should probably check out this build that they have this Don Hung at. So they have him at level 52. Weird. They have a level 52 only silence remains at Symposium 1. All his traces look maxed out, and he has a +9 Space Sealing Station and Eagle of Twilight Line. It's pretty much what I have on him, just not that good. I might even have him at a better stats.
You haven't been back home for a long time, have you, Master Dan Hung? Oh, is that so? Apologies. Do you want to leave? Then do it now. The Cloud Knights will soon check our identities. I have somewhere else to be. I've tarried here too long.
You are super suspicious, man. And considering King Yun was being possessed by Phantelia, I wouldn't be surprised if you, or, hey, where'd your coffin go? Or whatever's in the coffin is also affiliated.
Where are you going?
I'm a traveling merchant. I have one more deal to see through.
I'm sorry, I have to catch up to my friends. Thank you for looking out for me on this journey. Both of you.
Oh, we're going this way and not that way. But hang on. Don Xing.
I need to be careful. If I alert the Knights, they might take an interest in me.
I was wondering where he went, because he left during a cutscene, and then we never found out where he went. I guess he's here now. Uh-oh. That's not good.
What a huge cauldron.
This aureate cauldron is driven by the cloud hymn magic of our people, the Vidyadhara. It drinks the water of the ancient sea like a whale swallows the tide, and refines it into medicinal pellets.
That's so weird. Whose voice was that? Yeah, these elevators are so slow.
crucibles that the Videodora helped to construct contain Cloud Hymn magic. You should take this chance to learn more, young master.
Uh-huh. But I don't need any sort of device to help me command water. What more is there to learn?
You are indeed the chosen one, with endless potential. Yet, Cloud Hymn magic is just the beginning.
Okay.
Of Vidyadhara Mirajago? Have these shadows of the past yet to disperse?
Whose past? I'm guessing it's yours. If
these memories... No. They have nothing to do with me anymore.
Okay, they definitely are your memories.
All the elixir crucibles that the Videodora helped to construct contain...
Uh-huh. But I...
But we can listen to it again, in case we missed it somehow. Okay, this way is blocked off for some reason. Oh, look.
They say that you're Lung's power incarnate. Is that true?
Long. I was exiled from the Xianzhou. I'm no longer one of the Scions of Permanence.
Thank you, Dan Hung. Now, if only you could have opened up to someone who is actually here.
I doubt I will be here to see you take charge. No need to feel aggrieved. Videodora go through cycles of life and death, existing forever in this world. By the time you are the High Elder, my hatching rebirth will be complete, and I will be a child once again. Please take care of me.
All right.
Surging power. It's you. You've returned, High Elder. Something terrible is happening in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Please, don't go any further. Your enemies are waiting for you.
Is this a memory still?
I'm sorry. I cannot linger here. My friends have left. I must find them.
You didn't heed us then, and won't heed us now. As headstrong as you always were. It seems you already made your decision. There is a vessel bound for Scale Gorge Waterscape, located ahead.
Yeah, I can see it. It's right in front of me. Ooh, cutscene! It's just standing there on the edge of the boat. I thought they were star skiffs. Why is it actually going through the water? Can't it fly?
He's here.
Oh. I kind of forgot about you two.
Right on time. That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
I don't trust anything you say, to be honest.
You're here.
Laughing in madness, says the subtitles.
It's time! You think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch.
Who? Oh!
You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Wow, I'm so glad we're expanding upon your storyline from fucking 6 hours ago.
Jing Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
He did, and he's actively choosing to ignore that advice.
Hey, move back. Things are about to... Huh? You look so familiar.
Look out!
Is it a battle? No, it's a cutscene. Nice.
Stop!
That looks like it hurts.
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor of the Xianzhou. A criminal forever banished.
That's a dragon.
The High Elder of the Vidyadhara. Imbibitor Lunae. You really thought the Stellaron hunters were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice.
Who are we we're playing as Dan Hung, right?
I've heard of you, Imbibitor Lunae. First it was the Stellaron hunters, now an exiled criminal has infiltrated the Xianzhou. Sword, heed me.
Literally, we're fighting
I
Yang
have no
Qi?
interest in stoking conflict. I came to ensure the safety of my friends.
Save your excuses for the shackling prison.
Why do we have Blade on our team?
Out of the way! Do not be afraid.
Why do we have Blade on our team? I actually know how Blade works already because someone on my friends list has a level 80 Blade that he lets me use to grind dailies. So that's what I've been using to grind dailies. You're not gonna cannot view detailed info. Oh, I can't even use his ability. Well, at least I know how Blade works.
Better, but I'm afraid you won't be seeing your friends. They're caught in their own bitter struggle.
Silence! You're not getting away either!
Is that so? Let's heat things up then. Kafka?
Blady, listen to me. Unleash the Mara.
Why?
So it begins. Too little. Fail to send you.
Blade has a cool kit. Single target. Oh, we do imaginary damage? I just realized. I assumed we were still doing wind damage.
What's wrong? Afraid to hurt the boy?
No, it's just I don't have my skill unlocked, but I guess that's for story reasons.
I wonder if the others are okay. Gotta make this quick.
Feel my blade. Fail to send you.
You two just won't give up. I only have one
This is
choice.
so... This would be more climactic if I could actually just, you know, do other stuff. Man, imagine if he random crits and we lose.
So familiar. Did she deserve no mercy. Too little.
Can't delay any longer.
Use skill, Danhun Inhibitor Lune's basic
didn't wish to
attack
harm
for
anyone.
3 consecutive times.
But there's no other way. Forgive me. Heaven's Surge.
Use Fulgurant Leap.
No. I failed.
Did that just one-shot him?
Isn't over.
Well, we got an achievement there.
All of you listen to me. Stop.
Why is that text in gold?
Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
What did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Lafu's hotshot general.
He did go to grab Yanqing, didn't he?
Qing Yuan.
We meet again.
General!
We're gonna have to fight him now?
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is.
What is going on here?
Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time.
Why are you speaking in that voice? What exactly was your goal here?
It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
Okay. We're at the 2-hour mark. But I have a feeling that we're pretty much at the end here. So we're gonna just keep going.
A realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it.
Or maybe we'll end at the
They
first
stand
opportunity.
So different from one another. The flesh of long-lived species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Dan Feng of his past sin.
Dan Feng?
The person that once stood here alongside you is no more. I am Dan Heng. Whether Dan Feng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water. An exercise in unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation nigh impossible for me.
I already told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone were enough to change the heart, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Don Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Don Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need him to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Luofu.
I may not be capable of the things that Don Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Don Feng is no more. Now, there is only Don Hung. I am the general of the Luofu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must.
Are we gonna fight or are we gonna kiss? I don't know where this is going anymore.
Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
You brought them here?
Yes. They are waiting in the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. Go. Your friends are waiting for you.
I think we should just try to finish this. Oh, look, more flashback people.
I have been keeping careful watch against the abominations of abundance, the Stellaron hunters, and the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. But I never anticipated the Antimatter Legion. The hunt is far from over, yet all the while we find ourselves at war with other evil spirits. From this battle onward, the Alliance must fight the Legion to our dying breath. Even if it means the end of the Luofu.
Man, Nanook, they're just setting up Nanook to be the big bad at the end of this story, aren't they? It's all but it's literally written in the fucking walls at this point.
Our intelligence tells us that the Legion are a mad and destructive war machine. Yet they never took up arms against the Alliance. The armies of the Seven Ravagers all have their own means of destruction. They are not to be taken lightly. Lord Ravager Fantalia favors internal collapse, which is why she masterminded the Stellaron crisis and urged the disciples of Sanctus Medicus out of the shadows. Now that her plot has been laid bare, she has no choice but to retreat. And yet that hardly suits her philosophy of destruction. There must be something more.
She must have an end game.
Her hatching rebirth is complete. She left me all alone. Still, I wait for the day of my rebirth. Endless waiting.
Cool.
As recorded in the ancient texts, this body of water was brought by my people from our homeworld. It formed part of the roiling deep. It is as pure here as it was there. Our dragon ancestors nurtured us with the water of life, and bestowed us with the permanence of the Vidyadhara.
Cool. More Anti-Magic Legion lore. Antimatter Legion lore.
Do you know something?
God, that's a tongue
When
twister.
Don Feng committed his great crime, the Ten Lords Commission advocated strongly for him to be destroyed. The Vidyadhara, on the other hand, were split evenly in their favor and disfavor of the motion. The dragon transmutation inheritance was not intact after all. The senior Vidyadhara hated you, yet did not dare to kill you. The Vidyadhara were under great pressure. In order to placate the 10 lords and skyfaring commissions, they performed an exuviation charm on Don Fong against his will. Still, they ensured that the charm contained a flaw, thinking that this would fool the 10 lords' commission. The senior Vidyadhara were sure of their scheme. But you cannot hide fire with paper.
I disagree. I'm sure some David Copperfield would be glad to demonstrate something for you.
Waters of the ancient sea, cleanse me. Waters of the ancient sea, protect me. This world's good karma is settled. This life's misfortune is erased.
Alright. Sustenance Anchor, which is not a teleport waypoint, I don't think. Hey, there is everybody!
Your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go!
Do we get Jing Yuan now?
Heaven's Surge.
We do! What's the trial march set up? At this very moment, 58. She's built better than my march. And we have the galaxy's greatest batter over here. With Fantastic Adventure. Where it gains 1 stack of mischievous, his stack increases the wearer's stack. That's kind of busted. Does that just keep stacking infinitely? The moles welcome you. And Before Dawn. I'm told this is actually the best light cone or whatever for Qingchu. What does it do again? Increase the wearer's crit damage by 36%, increase the wearer's skill and ultimate damage by 18%. After the wearer uses their skill or ultimate, they gain some Somnus Corpus. Upon triggering the follow-up attack, Somnus Corpus will be consumed. Follow-up attack damage. No, that doesn't work.
Celestial Dragon. Break!
That does a lot of damage.
Take this!
A foregone conclusion.
How do you work? Whoa, that's a lot of text. Holy crap, that's a lot of text. Lightning Lord. Lightning Lord has 60 base speed. Hits per action. When Lightning Lord takes action, considered follow-up attacks. With each hit, dealing lightning damage 43%. You're a lightning hit? Okay. At the start of the battle, Lightning Lord has 60 base speed and 3 base hits per action. Lightning damage 70. Rifting Zenith deals lightning damage equal to 65 units attack. Lightning Lord's hits per action by 2 for the next turn. Oh, so there's a Lightning Lord in the turn order. So he just summons an ad? That's kind of cool.
Here. There's thunder!
Heaven's Surge. Cloudberry Dragon. Rise!
This is our chance. Batter up!
Conflict is pitiless.
I told ya I could fight. With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's put some aggro over here.
Try that again.
Yep, that's definitely a March build.
Heaven's Surge.
March doesn't do damage.
Celestial Dragon.
I know that Tectone was bragging about a
Let's
full
make it
attack
quick.
build March. I might try that at some point just to see if it works.
Follow my charge. Here. There's thunder!
You have the worst luck running into me.
Poke. This is Jingyuan's ult.
Time for the master stroke.
Time for... Why? Why is that your fucking ult quote?
Radiant Spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
So cool looking.
You can't run!
Heaven's Surge. Cloudberry Dragon. Rise!
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
And now we hit this with the big bat. I miss using physical MC. I think that they are the more interesting
conclusion
hit, in my opinion, but Preservation MC is just so useful on my team because I don't have good preservation units.
Conflict is pitiless.
What's
Yeah.
this?
You get a March.
Just a scratch.
Try that again.
Yeah, you do that 268 damage.
Heaven's Surge. Celestial Dragon. Break!
Are they dead yet? Okay, they're dead.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seat of divine foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Hung?
I'm amazed you recognize him, because if this guy were to walk in the room, I would say, hey, you related to Don Hung? You look kind of like him. You his brother or something?
You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
I'm glad to hear that.
You do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we?
Yeah, let's go prevent the end of the world.
My astral guess. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you.
That's exactly what Kafka wanted from us, this entire thing. She wanted us to have the Luofu in our debt, so that they could help us defeat Nanook at some point in the future.
However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Hung and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Alright, time
Even
for a
if the
big boss
crisis
fight.
on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore Understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Well said, well said.
Don Hung?
Bring it in, pal. Give me a hug. Remain still. Come on. Why are we even giving me this option?
Thank you, Don Hung.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak.
Oh, I forgot the hint. That's the voting. That's how they vote.
But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Law Fu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the Senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
Okay, you're confusing me now. Use your words. Use your words that I can understand. Does it have something to do with the statue?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Law Fu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Vidyadhara guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Vidyadhara statue.
It looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if...
It's Don Fung. Oh, the music's picking up in the background. Something cool's about to happen.
The statue... Is that... Don Hung's brother?
Yes! March, me and you share a brain cell. Anywho.
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Law Fu Vidyadhara have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
The music's picking up. Something's gonna happen. Let's talk to everybody first. Hi, we haven't spoken to you yet.
Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before.
How can that be? My name was erased.
Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet.
Is it the same on the
To
other
have
side?
seen those
It
legends
is.
with my own eyes.
Go on.
Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Videodora reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
Alright, March.
You scared the heck out of me. For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the general. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express?
He was worried about Blade. I was worried about your safety.
Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Xianzhou heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Dan Heng.
Where's Well? Alright, well, speak at me.
Come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home.
Thanks for all your help along the way.
You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Yeah, I hope we settle it as soon as possible too. We'll save Can at the end.
Memory. Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
That music seal's so ominous. Ken looks at you as you both become silent. Is there nothing you'd like to ask? Probably not, no. Ken shakes her head. She doesn't want to speak. Nobody can get her to open up. Really? Of all the times? Why? Why do you want to be silent now? Statue of the High Elder has been greatly changed by years of weathering. There are small words engraved near its base. Hearken. As Arbor revives and foe nears, we call forth mighty waters of the ancient sea to flood abodes of heaven and quell roots of evil. We etch this in stone for all to heed. Try to feel the great power here. Beneath the endless rolling waves, the ancient roots and arbor blaze. Long dormant, they stir and come to life, as if the beast working from its strife. The containment mechanisms woven by past thrones, the bindings that tame the beast's power known. A fragile net soon shall shatter and fall, its decay a warning, heard by one and all. Memories from past emerge, from darkness tightly gripping you. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's... something's happening. Well, I'm looking forward to getting this on the jukebox. Been listening to that Wildfire in my spare time. That song fucking hits hard. He was dragging Moses all along. There's just a whole city down there. Well, is this just Enkonomiya 2.0? People told me to get excited for Enkonomiya in Genshin Impact, and honestly, it was the most disappointing thing I've ever experienced. It was neat. It didn't live up to the hype, though.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge water.
I honestly think the chasm was more impressive.
Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Videodora used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan, General, are you planning to face Vantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
Nah, you can go do it yourself. I have complete confidence in you. Look at that dumb look on Can's face.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Is that Alejandro Saab again?
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author.
Lon and the Nook.
You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
We need a fallback plan in case we fuck up.
If I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
I like the relationship these two have. It feels really healthy. Sanctus Medicus. I think that was the boss fight that we just finished. One last thing before we go. Which one is currently laying out war plans for the Cloud Knights? It's best not to interrupt them right now. Okay. We are going for 2.5 hours. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to stop the recording right now. But for those of us in the stream, we're going to keep going for a little bit longer. This will be broken up into 2 episodes for YouTube. So for those of you on YouTube, stay tuned. In like 2 or 3 days, you'll see the conclusion to this. For everyone else, let's resume.